Hey guys, what's up? It's Claudio here, and this is my third race at the Floyd Bennett field on Tuesday nights. If you haven't seen my first video, the first race I got dropped halfway through the first lap. The second race I made it through the whole 5 laps. I'm very happy about that. Kind of got dropped from the main group and like halfway through the race, but I was able to hang on with a couple of other riders. In this race, I'll go ahead and tell you that I get dropped at the beginning of the second lap. I did something pretty dumb towards the end of the first lap. Definitely have learned my lesson, and you'll see in just a few minutes what happened. But I think I just got a little too cocky, had a little too much confidence from the last race, and I just didn't have the fitness to do what I did. So if you've never been to Floyd Bennett Field, it's pretty windy, got a lot of crosswinds, and it's kind of rough. So right here on this straightaway, it's we have a crosswind going from left to right. And now coming up on the first turn, we have the wind in our favor, so we have tailwind. Again, from my previous races, I learned to stay at the front of the group. So here I am, trying to stay with the lead riders. I'm really learning how to draft, so getting as close as possible to that wheel. It's kind of scary because, you know, it feels like they might break and then you're gonna crash into them, but it's rare that they'll just break. If anything, they'll start coasting and then you coast and you're fine. And also you can swerve to the right or to the left quickly if you have too much momentum, as opposed to braking and then just fall back in line. That's another little trick that I learned. So we have some teams here. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened because, again, I got dropped so early on. I don't know what kind of attacks there were. I do recognize some of the people. And now we're here in this section. It's pretty windy again. We got a crosswind. Trying to stay at the front of the pack. I'm doing fine here. I don't feel anxious or tired. For those of you that don't know, my FTP for reference is 226. I started cycling just last summer. And I'll go ahead and give you a workout that I did and that I really liked this past week. Was 6 times 4 minutes at zone 2, any RPMs, 1 minute zone 4A at 65 RPMs, 1 minute zone 4A at 80 RPMs, 1 minute 95 RPMs, 1 minute 80 RPMs, 1 minute at 65 RPMs, and 3 minutes easy. So that whole block 6 times. Really nice strengthening workout there I did on my trainer. All right, so here is the section that has the headwind. So it's like a wall of air. And I'm kind of like right in there. I'm not really, I'm trying to get behind this guy, but I can't. So I need a draft. And then here's my mistake. So what I do is I just go to the front. Why would I do that? Look at my efforts, over 300 watts, straight into the wind. My heart rate is going up. Still putting down efforts, so unnecessary. You can see the speed, it's just slow and too many watts for me. At this time, I didn't feel like it was a big effort because I was so excited and I was like, yeah, I'm at the front. I'm leading the group. Super hyped about it. I couldn't feel my heart rate going up. I wasn't looking at my Garmin. And then I peel off to the side because I can't sustain that. I peel off to the side, and guys, there's kind of this attack, and the whole thing just speeds up, and I am basically screwed because I need like a good 30 seconds to chill. But they attack, and the whole group just passes me. Boom, I don't have the legs to sustain that effort. I should be doing like 300 watts to get to that speed, but I already did that effort in that windy section. And here's me, kind of starting to get nervous. And here's the gap. I mean, it looks like I can close it. It looks like it's just a small little gap, and I do kind of close it here. And they're not going fast, but it's just so hard. Here I am. Actually, I do kind of close it. But now I'm in the back, which sucks because, as soon as they speed up, I'm going to be left behind. And I don't really close this gap ever. I'm struggling. I need like 30 seconds to a minute to recover from that first effort. Putting down more watts is just so hard. I know it looks like it's just a little 5-foot gap or whatever. It's just such a pain in the ass to close this gap after all that. My heart rate is up over 170. That's how I know I'm hurting. My max heart rate is 182. Anything above 170 and I'm really not feeling great. And this is pretty much it. I'm really going for it. But I can't close this gap. And now we're going into the tailwind, which is the fast section, and they just take off. And I'm riding by myself. So yeah, I was never able to catch them. I did do the whole 5 laps, which were, those other 4 laps were miserable riding by myself. It really does suck to ride by yourself for that long. I figured I could get in a workout, and I think it counts towards my point system somehow, or the number of races is a Cat 5, so you can move up eventually to a Cat 4. I think you need a certain number, at least a certain number of completed races. So that's it, guys. Lesson learned. Know your fitness, know what you can do. Don't get too cocky. If you're new, like me, just hang on. Just sit in, stay out of the wind. All right, until next time. Peace.